Hello adventurers! Today I will be doing a review of the Italian comedy Buen Camino by the comedian Cecco Zalone, which was a total box office success. We're going to dive into the plot a little, and as always, we'll discuss the depiction of the Camino and if it truly deserves the success it has achieved. This is Aventuras a Pie de Página, and I'm Esteban, your guide for today. As always, I'm going to try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. In this movie, Cecco represents a caricature of inherited wealth, a man who has not worked a single day in his life, with a totally superficial and empty existence, a young and attractive girlfriend, and friends who are only interested in his lifestyle. When his teenage daughter from a previous marriage goes missing, he sets out to find her and discovers her on the Camino de Santiago. In the process of convincing her to go home, Cecco meets a Spanish pilgrim, with knowledge of the pilgrimage that helps the protagonist find his own way and improve his relationship with his daughter. The storyline is easy to predict, but the jokes can be surprisingly funny because they lean on absurd situations and politically incorrect humor. Even though it's a short film, it uses the limited time perfectly. Regarding the representation of the Camino, I was positively surprised. The dialogues and situations where they introduce the ideas to the audience are quite natural and believable. In the dialogues, the topics of credentials, certificates, different routes, and equipment are discussed. There is variety in the represented nationalities, being most Spaniards and Italians, which matches reality. Also, there is variety of personalities, including people who have just separated and others who are doing the Camino to get lucky. The movie shows many milestones of the Camino, such as Sant Jean Pied de Port, Pamplona, Alto del Perdón, Puente la Reina, Burgos, San Antón, Cruz de Ferro, and Ocebreiro. The real achievement of this movie regards the accurate portrayal of traditional hostels, something where other movies and series fell completely short. In a few scenes, it manages to represent its donation-based funding. The simplicity of the communal meals, with pilgrims cooking and washing dishes. The spirit of community, the lack of privacy, and the snoring during the nights. And a pilgrim ceremony, clearly drawing inspiration from Grignon. Furthermore, it shows pilgrims leaving the albergue at dawn. In fact, it was filmed in real pilgrim hostels, such as the one at the convent of San Antón. Obviously, as expected, it also contains some artistic licenses like out-of-sequence locations, places that aren't on the route, and big jumps in distance between scenes. Perhaps the most criticizable detail was the invention of certain pilgrim traditions, such as having to cross a specific bridge barefoot and having to leave something of value in a particular location. Although I didn't like it, I understand they did it to generate more comedic situations. They also included several current bad traditions, like burning clothes and swimming in the sea in Finisterre, both of which are forbidden. In conclusion, the film is a solid comedy, and I highly recommend it even to those who know nothing nor care about the Camino de Santiago. And even though it's a comedy, the director took the representation of the Camino quite seriously, and while he took some artistic licenses, it's one of the most faithful portrayals ever shown on the big screen. If you like this type of review, we have a playlist where we analyze other works that depict the Camino de Santiago. And one last announcement. In the coming weeks, I'm going to publish my first book on the Camino de Santiago called Ultreia Suseia et Magia, where I talk about the pilgrim's experience, the history of the Camino, and many other topics. It will be available in our Ko-fi page, along our maps and audio guides. This book is only in Spanish, but I'm working on the English translation, so if you are interested, please subscribe to our waiting list. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and Buen Camino.